Give me a sec. Happy Sunday. Happy Feast of St. Thomas Day. Pam and Willie became members last night. Very much appreciate that. Um, it's actually, I'm actually getting there, guys. I'm actually getting there for um, people who have just wanted to help. Hey, Ellie. Hey, Sniper. Hey, Cat. Today, happy Feast of St. Thomas Day. Good morning, Anna. All right. Before I get yelled at by Ellie, I'm in the process of putting my shoes on. They says, you're an amazing man. Eh. Hey, Carl. Carl says, I've never been a member. That's okay, Carl. You support me in other ways, my friend. You support me with your presence. You support me with your friendship. Happy winter solstice to you, Sniper. It is the shortest day of the year. To me, though, it's also the promise of more light. From this day forward, we gain just a fraction of a little more light. All right. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Would you, he says, shoes, boy. I'm working on it. You saw me pick them up. No need to yell. No need to raise your voice. Paul, how are you, my friend? Prayers to you. So, what do you think of our guests yesterday? Got to watch right here. All right, shoe number 1. It's on. It's going to be tied. So, man, I really enjoyed the guest. He sent me a note last night saying, what did Chris say? Chris sent me a note yesterday. Says, thanks, Eric. That was super fun. Enjoyed every second of our conversation. Thanks so much. An awesome thing to say. You know, was slightly intimidated talking to a neuropsychologist, university professor, and best-selling author. I've got one shoot on tie. That's progress. Hey, Praveen. Siren Head says, hello, my friend. Paul says, I'm still getting over it, but we'll take time. It does take time. You want to know something? Can I tell you the truth? Having experienced quite a bit of loss over the past few years, don't worry about getting over it. Why are we supposed to get over anything? We think that, loss, that losing loved ones is something that we get over. No, it shifts. It changes. It becomes something other than grief, but it's not something we get over. Happy birthday to our friend Maddie. Hold on. You ready? You know what? I was gonna sing for Maddie. Sorry, guys. I was gonna sing for Maddie. Let me ring the bell for Maddie. You know, we ring it for somber occasions, but we also ring it for celebrations. And you want to know something? I really want to celebrate our friend Maddie because he has a pure heart. He's loving. He's giving. He is a master. I know he would argue this, a master fly tyer. He's a great fisherman. He's a family man. When you see Maddie holding baby Jordy, you know everything you need to know about Maddie. When you see Maddie's face light up when Chloe smiles, you know everything you need to know about Maddie. This is for you, my friend. 3 times. Thank you, Maddie. Just for being you, my friend. Thank you for being you. Hey, Daniel. Praveen says, happy birthday to Maddie. Rowena, how are you, my friend? Hey, Environmad. Happy solstice to you. Carl says, must be boring. You're never boring, Carl. Carl, you're an excellent live streamer. Howard, how are you? Carl, I hope you know that. You are an expert live streamer. You welcome everyone into your live streams in such a lovely and loving way. You might even sing them a song. You show people the beauty of your homeland. You share the things that you love and enjoy. You are an expert YouTuber. Shoes on. Shoe on. Just one. Maddie says, thank you for everyone for birthday wishes. Maddie, I hope you know that you are celebrated and you're appreciated. So, you know what? Carl says, I'm finished with certain people. Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've had certain people be finished with me. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Yogi's being stubborn today. I'm celebrating. All right, shoes on and tied. Watch comes next. So I woke up this morning thinking about neuroscience because of our friend, hold on. My nose is running a little bit because of our friend Chris, neuropsychologist. It's been in the trenches, been in the laboratories. He has done the experiments. He has done the research. More importantly, though, he has reported from the trenches, meaning he didn't just go to university and studied. He started putting mindfulness experiences in practice. He started doing self-inquiry. He went to the very depth of exploration of consciousness. So he combined science of outer form research with an inner research of his own mind. And came back again from the trenches and offered it in his book, in his workbook. I put the book aside, it's in back of me now, but it's called No Self, No Problem. The subtitle is Where Neuropsychology Meets Buddhism. Catholic Church is ringing the bell. Yep, it's the Feast of St. Thomas today. Hey, Todd. So, I started thinking about how the practices that we do change the mind. Thankfully for the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, a great teacher of mine, I've studied with his students quite a bit, actually. I learned meditation and how to teach meditation from Deepak Chopra. Deepak Chopra was in the inner circle with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and he he invited scientists to come in and study yoga, meditation, and how it changes the brain. Note that I said brain and not mind. There's a difference between mind and brain. Brain is a function. Hey, Skits. Brain is a function within consciousness. Brain is a function within the mind. It's an instrument. But it's a very valuable and important instrument. We shouldn't devalue it at all. Meditation changes the brain. It rewires neurological pathways to make us kinder, more empathetic, more compassionate, more successful, more creative people. Guess what? So does forgiveness. Forgiveness, especially the radical practice offered through A Course in Miracles, is more akin to meditation, more akin to Zen than it is what we think of traditionally as forgiveness. Let's do a couple things real quick. Let me bring up A Course in Miracles. I want to read what I wrote as well. Today, for me, coincidentally, uh, I'm on lesson 120 of the Course of Miracles for I don't know how many times. Fourth Sunday in Advent. I actually don't know how many times. Maddie, my friend. He says, Merry Christmas, Mr. Yogi. Love from Chloe, Kira, Madison, Jordy, and myself. He blessed my friend from Scotland. Be blessed, my friend from Scotland. And love we send. Thank you for that beautiful message. Thank you for that beautiful gift, Maddie. Thank you so much. This is what I mean by Maddie. It's his birthday. Holidays. What does Maddie do on his birthday? He gives a gift. Who does that? You know what? Neuropsychologists and neuroscientists should be studying the mind of Maddie. They should be studying the heart of Maddie. What makes a person so loving and giving? I suspect life. You know what? Life can break a lot of people. Life can be tough, right? I forget which philosopher, I think Sniper might remember which philosopher said, circumstances don't make a man, they reveal him. And through the circumstances of life, Mandy's been revealed. And he's been revealed as a very caring and loving man. And he's attracted the right people into his life. Because Chloe and his kids are truly, truly loving and caring people. It's the perfect family. I give the proper thank you here. Maddie, Merry Christmas to you and your family. This is baby Jordy's very first Christmas. It's going to be a joyful time in Maddie's house. That's Stoic philosopher James Allen. Thought it might have come before. Maddie says, Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you. Yesterday saw not Raja's statue behind the guests, kept over top shelf. It depicts Lord Shiva performing the Tandava, the cosmic dance that creates, preserves, and dissolves the universe. Yep, Shiva's a very key figure in a lot of neuroscience and a lot of quantum physics. My mustache is distracting me. Let's see. Hey, Millie. Millie says, I pray you and everyone in this live stream a long, healthy, and happy life. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Amen, my friend. Amen. Hey, Jacob. Carol says, of the wrong people in my life. Here's what I found. I find that actually there are no wrong people. People come into your life for a reason. They stay as long as that reason is either known or unknown, right? The lesson's always forgiveness in the end, no matter what happens. And we're getting there. So today is lesson 120 for me. Actually, I'm sorry, today is lesson 121 for me. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. Here is the answer for your search for peace. Here is the key to meaning in a world that seems to make no sense. Here's the way to safety in apparent dangers that appear to threaten you at every turn and bring uncertainty to all your hopes of ever finding quietness and peace. Here are all the questions answered. Here the end of all uncertainty ensured at last. The unforgiving mind is full of fear and offers love no room to be itself. No place where it can spread its wings in peace and soar above the turmoil of the world. The unforgiving mind is sad without the hope of respite, and release from pain. It suffers and abides in misery and peering about in darkness, seeing not, yet certain of the dangers lurking there. The unforgiving mind is torn with doubt, confused about itself and all it sees, afraid and angry, weak and blustering, afraid to go ahead, afraid to stay, afraid to waken or to go to sleep. Afraid of every sound, yet you are more afraid of stillness. Terrified of darkness, yet more terrified at the approach of light. What can the unforgiving mind perceive but its own damnation? What can it behold except the proof that all sins are real? The unforgiving mind sees no mistakes but only sins. It looks upon the world with sightless eyes and shrieks as it beholds its own projections, rising to attack its miserable parody of life. It wants to live, yet wishes to be dead. It wants forgiveness, yet it sees no hope. It wants to escape, yet can conceive of none, because it sees the sinful everywhere. The unforgiving mind is in despair, without the prospect of a future which can offer anything but more despair. Yet it regards its judgment of the world as irreversible, and does not see it has condemned itself into this despair. It thinks it cannot change, for what it sees bears witness that its judgment is correct. It does not ask because it thinks it knows. It does not question, certain that it is right. And yet, each unforgiving mind presents you with an opportunity to teach your own how to forgive itself. Each one awaits release from hell through you and turns to you imploringly for heaven here and now. Heaven here and now. That could come right out of a Zen Sutra. Hey, sissy, heaven here is now. It has no hope, but you become its hope. And as its hope, do you become your own. The unforgiving mind must learn through our forgiveness that it has been saved from hell. We get to save everyone from hell. You think you know the purpose of life? Here it is. The purpose of life is to save every single person from their own damnation. You are literally saving the world one person at a time from hell, being condemned to the hell of our own making, and in doing so, we save ourselves from hell. We literally create hell. Don't worry about what's going to happen after. Don't worry about what's going to happen after we die. Worry about what's happening right now. Take care of that, and everything makes sense. As you teach salvation, you will learn. So this is a more radical form of forgiveness than saying, I forgive you for what you've done. It's literally seeing the light of Christ. It's literally seeing Krishna. It's literally seeing the birth of Buddha within each person so that we can recognize it within ourselves. Hare Krishna, Tom. Forgiveness, some people deserve judgments on consequences. Otherwise, they treat others badly, thinking it's okay. Well, again, this is a whole different form of forgiveness, Skits. It has nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with judgment or consequence. Nothing. The world will take care of judgments and consequences. We're not dealing with the world. We're dealing with the inner experience. We're dealing with setting ourselves free. As long as we are concerned about judgments and consequences, guess what? We have judgments and consequences upon ourselves. We're never free. We are chained to events and we are chained to certain people. And then we go about life bemoaning the fact that we're not free. So the question is, as the Course says, this is the Course in cause and not effect. People will continue doing people stuff as long as they believe that they are people. We will continue doing people stuff as long as we believe that we are people. The rule is to not see ourselves as people. The only way we can do that is to not see other people that way. That does not mean we let someone off the hook. Doesn't mean that they don't suffer the consequences of the action. But we're not the ones that bring that upon another. We are not the ones, we are not judge, jury, and convictors. Our concern is freedom. Our concern is to know ourselves as love. Our concern is to be able to manifest a life of joy, wonder, spontaneity, creativity, inspiration. You'll never do that with a closed off heart. You'll only live a fraction of what life has to offer you. You want a full life, you got to be full. The only thing you can ever be full of, you can be full of the ego, and then you get the consequences of egoic actions, or you can be full of love, which is reality, and then you have a life that shows you the fullness of its inspiration. Entirely up to you. Forgiveness doesn't change the past, but it frees your future. Absolutely. Marina says, I danced like David did for you, to Anna. Yep, the moment you forgive, you reclaim your peace. Goodbye, Carl. Thank you, Praveen. Northwest, my friend, how are you? I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Jacob. Hit that like, my family. Stacy, how are you? Stacy says, hey, my friend, hey. Stacy says, your Yogi and friends. Today's rising session is compressing and will be a premiere instead of live stream. Taking a break from morning lives until tomorrow. Please continue to pray for Abigail. Definitely. Prayers for Abigail. I didn't read, I didn't know you sent a message yet, Carl. Simpa says, I choose the shamanic dance of peace. Shamanics is another quantum event. Shamanism. Also says, Carl was here. Carl was here. Let me read what I wrote this morning. I have, Carl. I have read it. All right, here's what I wrote. A more radical forgiveness. With a quick Google search, I found exactly how science says forgiveness changes the brain. Rewiring neural pathways, quieting and boosting key areas that lead to peace of mind. 2 key lessons in A Course in Miracles tell me that forgiveness is the key to happiness, and that it offers me everything I want. It gives me everything I want. Science and spirituality find a happy meeting point here, an agreed area of mental health and well-being. The Course takes forgiveness to new levels, though. A quantum field in which we emerge in the light of Christ consciousness. Everything is forgiven because, truly, only the love shared between us is real. In the depth of this light-filled practice, it's seen that forgiveness wasn't actually ever needed. The veil of separation drops completely, and we see, not individuals, but only the presence of love in a pure, unified field. We see what's real. So I don't know the effects of this more radical form of forgiveness has upon the brain. I suspect it's even more profound and healing than what's traditionally been practiced. What I know for certain is the joy of its experience, the lightness of heart, and the extent of the love that I now have to offer. I know a life of infinite kindness, and I'm eager to explore the further reaches of this science until the entire world's forgiven. That's what I wrote this morning, for what it's worth. All right, guys. 5:32. I got speaking of Course Miracles, I got a Course Miracles guest this afternoon. I think Adam wants to come up this evening. Monday we got Mondays with Miss Blipper. Did I miss anyone? Sissy says, prayers for Carl too. I feel his sadness and loneliness. Anna says, good morning to Stacy. Verena says, thank you, Bubba, for a lovely day shared. Thank you, Tom. Love is my religion. Amen to that. Sissy says, love. So I can't mention enough. The forgiveness that we're talking about here is a completely different forgiveness than traditionally has been taught, shown, or experienced. It has nothing to do with that type of forgiveness. It has everything to do with Zen. It has everything to do with the liberating freedom of self-inquiry. Self-inquiry is the practice of jnana yoga, the yoga of knowledge, the yoga of self. And we experience the self when we when we use that neti. Neti is a Sanskrit term that means not this, not this. And we use it so we get to know who we truly are. Dismissing everything that we think that we know. Dismissing all of our certainty, all of our beliefs, our opinions. Abraham Maslow, the great behaviorologist and psychologist, formulated the hierarchy of needs. Later started transcending his own hierarchy for something totally different that was based upon traditions of the Blackfoot Indian tribes in northwestern United States and Canada. A more communal, empathetic, compassionate viewpoint. And saying, it used to be believed, and he believed, with his hierarchy of needs, you needed your basic needs met. You needed security. You couldn't reach self-actualization, the pinnacle of self-awareness, the pinnacle of achievement, until you had all these basic needs met. But what he discovered was, nope, you can self-actualize where you are, but you have to let all that other stuff go. The self-actualized person is independent of the good opinion of others, is what he said. When we let all these opinions go, including the opinion we have about ourselves, including the judgment that we have upon others, we self-actualize. We become the version of ourselves who we truly are. Meditation will take you there, but it can be a long path, right? Because things arise in meditation, and we learn to witness them with compassion. We learn to witness them with a dispassioned mind. We see it. We see a thought arise in meditation. We learn to let it go. Pay it no mind, pay it no mind, pay it no mind. Self-inquiry can take you there, and it can take you there pretty quick. We start realizing I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. I'm not my own best opinion. I'm not the worst opinion that I offer to someone else. I am not all the opinions that other has given me about myself. But again, it's a process. It's still considered part of the longer practice. Holy cow, Maddie. To the kindest soul on YouTube, Mr. Yogi, you are more than a friend. I work long, hard hours to look after my family. You are part of my family. You are the kindest man on YouTube, period. We love you, Mr. Yogi. I love you too, Maddie. I love you. I love your whole family. And I don't have a lot of family left. And those that I have are a little distant. So, man, to be considered part of your family means everything to me. Speechless. As you guys know, you hear me talk. I'm not often speechless. I'm actually enjoying just sitting here in the silence of this gift and in the love that we all have for each other. I feel the need to say something because we're doing a live stream with each other, but the silence right now that is just filled with love, very profound. Let's just sit here for a moment, guys. Thank you, Anna. So, guys, do you know The Little Prince? Do you know the book, The Little Prince? I bet you Anna knows it quite well. This is a quote from The Little Prince that I want to offer you. This is inspired by Maddie. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Let me say that one more time. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Every single one of you is essential. Maddie, I don't know if you realize this. You show people what's essential. When you're sitting at the table, when you're tying flies, when you're laughing with Chloe, when you're holding baby Jordy, you show people what's essential. When you give a gift like this, it's beyond the monetary. As you guys know, I do YouTube full time. This is how I derive my livelihood. So the monetary is a huge gift. It's a huge gift. Keeps me eating for a month. Keeps my cupboards full of lentils and rice and oatmeal. I sprinkle in some blueberries. But the gift is what's essential. And the gift is invisible to the eye. The gift is what Maddie gives when he sits down at his table, when he holds Jordy, when he laughs with Chloe. The gift is each and every one of you deciding to be kind to each other in a live stream. Hey, Jamie, that's it. You know, the other day I talked about hoping that everyone can become peacekeepers on live stream chats. On mine, on yours, on other people's. A peacekeeper doesn't mean that I'm policing through the comments and I'm keeping peace by saying, hey, don't do this, don't say that. Peacekeeper means I'm policing my mind, my own mind, not someone else's. And I'm wondering why I've caused this projection, and can I erase it through the practice of love, unconditional love, and forgiveness? Exactly. Maddie says, a gift from the heart, Mr. Yogi, not the wallet. Maddie gave what was essential. and that's only and always love. Hey, Lady Sky, it's always and only love. Sissy says, we love you too, Praveen. We do love Praveen. Coco, how are you? Coco says, you gotta have the lentils. Hey, speaking of essentials, the other day, Coco shared a story. She opened her cupboard. Let me know if I get the story right. She opened her cupboard and found a bag of lentils, and she started laughing. Skits went to the store, and he found a shelf of mushy peas. This is what we created, guys. And he shared a video with me of the mushy peas on the shelf. Still did not tempt me even a little bit to buy any. Not at all. Maddie ate a jar of olives on a live stream and hot peanuts. Sweating the entire time. Squirrel Sniper shows up every day and makes sure live stream runs smoothly, peacefully, dropping wisdom all along the way. Praveen shares with me his inspiration. Anna shows up and she counts reps for so many people, and she offers a loving presence wherever she goes. Lady Sky shares her cooking, her beautiful voice. Sissy literally channels the subtle energy of the universe and offers it to others. Kat, just through her pure presence, mended my broken heart. Bhakti Tom shares his devotion. Wassa makes beautiful music, pointful music. Don't want to leave anyone out, guys. Our friend Carl, again, he's a master live streamer. Welcomes you in the heart. This is what's essential. You guys are what's essential. You guys, you're remaking the internet. You're changing the neurological pathway of not just your brain, but someone else's brain with the acts of kindness, with the acts of compassion, with your loving presence. And more than that, you're changing the internet. Literally changing the internet. Maddie, thank you. Let's not forget the cat. Let's not forget the cat treats. Let me see if my cat is here. She would definitely meow in appreciation. Sissy says, Maddie, you're a legend. Maddie is a legend. Lady Sky says, I love to sing, Yogi, and cook. And I love the fact that you share it with us, Lady Sky. I sang a song last night, closing out the live stream. Our friend Tiger King has been through a lot. I know a little bit about Tiger King. He's been through a lot. Suffered a lot. We all have. All of us have suffered a lot. Which should make us a little more kinder, right? And it does for many of us. He had a really good day. He woke up early, he stayed up late, he got to see Jake Paul get knocked out, which meant a lot to him. I won't question that. I will say, you step in a ring with a professional, no matter how much you've been dabbling. A dabbler is never going to win against a professional. Sniper predicted 6-round knockout, and we got a 6-round knockout. Then he went to a sorry, I apologize. He went to a football match, and his home team, his favorite team, won. He showed up last night as we were closing out and said, you know, a lot of times we sing on Saturdays, but we didn't sing last night. He's like, Eric, could you sing a song? I was like, nah, I'm getting ready to close off. Said it would mean a lot. And I started thinking, you know what? He's had such a good day. Why not give a little gift? Why not keep that good day going a little bit longer? So we sang him a song last night. Tom, I wouldn't say you missed it. Maybe you got lucky. Thank you, Maddie. Maddie says, got to run, Mr. Yogi. Baby Jordy needs cuddles. Love to all. And again, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Sarah says, hey, I need advice. I need to cross the state in a day. I have no means of transportation. It's urgent. What do? I don't know. I've never been good at these math questions. I have no advice, my friend. No advice. Lady Sky says, good to see you. No frills, no mercy. Melissa says, I still claim Maddie changed his name at some point. Either that or I'm nuts, which is entirely possible. He did change it for a little bit. Maddie's established the brand. What time we got? Let me give it another minute or two, guys. So the message from the Little Prince, may you always be essential. I got nothing to say. I think I've finally run out of words, guys. You knew it was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. It's probably why you show up every morning. Is this the morning that Yogi's going to run out of words? He's going to be talking, and then all of a sudden, smiling or looking confused. Of course, how would you know? My natural state is one of confusion. My natural state is of looking confused. Nothing to say. I've been given a gift. You guys are it. You guys are my gift. You guys are my Christmas. You guys are my new year. You're the hope and promise of what's to come. I can't tell you how appreciative I've been that I'm not a community person. And I say this often. I don't believe in communities. I'm suspect of any community that would have me. I am most certainly not a leader. I do not seek, wish, or desire to lead anyone anywhere. Follow me at your own peril. I have no idea where I'm going. None. I'm happily stumbling through life, finding myself here, 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 and here. Jake just got here. What is this stream for? It's for hanging out with our friends. Speaking of friends, welcome to a good friend, Stinkbug Deity. Stinkbug, love you, my friend. Love to Miss Joan and her granddad. Hey, you know what? Speaking of family, Stinkbug, thank you for including me in your family. Lady Sky needs to get back to bed now. Yogi, good to see you this morning. First day of winter, yes. First day of winter puts us one day closer to spring. I know that's not a very zen state of mind. I know it's not being here and it's not being now. However, I reserve the right to hold spring within my heart and turn to it in any moment that I truly need it. Winters are tough for me, guys. Winters are tough for so many people. Not weather-wise, emotionally. However, you guys are part of my eternal spring. Let's see. H1 says, you are so bald. I'm actually not so bald. I'm definitely bald, but I'm not so bald. Later today, I suspect that I will be more bald because I might need to run a razor over my head a little bit. Not a razor, but, well, electric razor, right? So, man, if you think this is so bald, come back at 1 o'clock or 5:25, whichever time I end up doing it. And then you will see so bald. Agreed, Wassa. Get some sleep, my friend. Travel and Foods, thank you for being here, my friend. Syncbook says, you should have let me play with him, Sniper. I don't mind playing with people like that myself either. It's all fun. It's all good fun. I bet you our friend H1 has no malice whatsoever in what he's offering. Marina says, Spring, where did you, Eric, from? I'm in the Mid-Atlantic area. Spring doesn't come, well, seasons are so mixed here, you know? Yesterday, or 2 days ago, it was 50, I think it got up to 58 degrees. Hey, Randy. Syncbook says to consider a good body slam playing. Speaking of body slam, yesterday we had 3 professional wrestlers hanging out in the live stream. We had our friend Charlie, we had our friend Dr. Tom, and we had Hammer. Hammer was the last true professional Moondog. I grew up on the Moondog. Rex, what were the other ones' name? There's 3 of them, right? There was Rex, Lex, and someone else. Syncbook says it's 50 here. That's actually fairly cool for you guys, right? Alabama? Tom says it was a 3-way match. It was. Anna says, good morning to Syncbug. Syncbook says, I don't know if I'd be good at wrestling. I wasn't bad at wrestling. I wrestled a season on my high school team. I played a season of football. I was lousy at football. Lousy, and I didn't even want to be good. But I loved football practice. Absolutely loved football practice. I loved being in the weight room. I loved doing the sprints. I loved doing the burpees. I loved doing the push-ups. I had no interest in the game whatsoever. Once sitting on the bench when my team was so far ahead convincingly, in the 4th quarter, there was no hope of them. We could blow it entirely. And we still would have won the game. And the coach was letting all the bench sitters into the game and it was under the lights. Everyone's dream was to play under the lights. At the time, my county, my high school had the only lights in the entire county, so everyone wanted to play under the lights. And my coach came over and said, McCarty's, now's your chance. You get to show us what you got. Suit up, put your helmet on, get in the game. And I was like, nah, I'm good. What do you mean you're good? This is your moment, man. This is what you've been practicing for. I'm like, no, I'm all right. Unless you really want me to. Just would drive him absolutely crazy. Unless you really want me to. You know, if you do, I guess I can go in. And he just shook his head and walked away. He did eventually play once under the lights for like maybe half dozen plays. It meant absolutely nothing to me. Soon afterwards, my coach said, you really don't want to be a football player, do you? Why are you here? And I said, I'd love training with you guys. And he said, all right, you're off the team, but I'll see you in the weight room tomorrow. Let me come in and work out with everyone. Pretty cool. But I was a much better wrestler than I was football player because I loved wrestling. However, maybe halfway through the season, maybe a little over, and doing fairly well, my grades prohibited me from doing any extra activities. And I was removed from the team. Soon afterwards, several months afterwards, I was actually removed from the high school itself, which was a blessing because it was an all-boys Catholic high school. When you are 14 years old, who wants to be in an all-boys high school? Who wants to be in an all-boys anything? When you're a 14-year-old boy, had enough of boys, man. My, 14, your hormones are saying socialize, socialize, socialize. Hey, Dees, how are you? Sickwick says somebody offered me to do a YouTube fight. It's only going to give me $300. Interesting. Syncbook says he sings fairly often. Oh, Yogi sang yesterday. Maybe he'll. No, there'll be no dancing tonight. The only thing worse than my singing is my dancing, unless we're at a Grateful Dead show. Sickbook says, I do it for 3,000 though, even if they're bigger than me. Brittany says, mate, you're a good sport. I did sing yesterday. A friend of mine, way up in Canada, way up yonder in the minor key. Do you guys know that Woody Guthrie song? Way up yonder in the minor key. Ain't nobody can sing like me. There ain't nobody that can sing like me. If there's any Woody Guthrie fans here. Where was it going? Oh, yep. She asked me to make a clip of me singing that song. And I think I'll do it for her. She's been a friend she visits the live stream on occasion. She's been a friend. We met on the Deepak Chopra discussion forums back when, remember, they used to have forums, which is much like what we're doing here. Way back, I think, like in 1999-ish. So, man, coming up in 27 years. All right, guys, I got to go. It's 6 o'clock. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, I was talking about you, my friend. Sissy says, salute to our brother Praveen in service, Yogi. Salute. Salute to Praveen. He's very often, he's on the borders. He is on the border way up in the high mountains, freezing temperature. Never, ever shirks his duty. He does it so proudly. Loves his country and is happy to be where they send him. No complaints whatsoever. Loves his family. Loves God. Loves his friends. Praveen's a good man. He has a lovely, lovely wife who's also a good friend of ours. Thank you for that, Sissy. Mustafa says, hey, Mustafa, how are you? Tom, love you, my friend. Speaking of lovely people, our friend Mustafa, asking such awesome questions and leaving such loving comments. Speaking of awesome questions, let's see. Environment says, much love, everyone. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Take my walk. I'm going to do some burpees today. I'm doing Burpee Bandits, what he calls supercharged burpees. He does it for 11 minutes every day. He's got over 200 days in a row in the books. I'm only going to do it for about 6 minutes today. This is my off day, but I do something every day. It's a non-kettlebell day. Charlie says, I have the day off from exercise today. I don't really take days off. You know, if I was training for a purpose, I would. I actually train so that I can train every day. I am training for the event of showing up every day. I am, however, going to trim my mustache today. Mustafa says, Eric, I want to thank you so much for everything you do. And please forgive me for everything. I'm going to offer you the act of Ho'oponopono. As we know, Ho'oponopono is a Hawaiian shamanistic art of forgiveness and reconciliation. It is realizing that nothing's ever truly been done in that quantum field of togetherness of which we all exist. Nothing can ever be done to another. It's all just the infinite play of consciousness itself. Our friend Chris Niebauer talked about this yesterday. Just a cosmic play. Go listen to Alan Watts, and he describes it in such beautiful poetic language. So, 4 key phrases often in Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. We are not apologizing when we say I'm sorry. What we're doing is saying, I recognize now and did not know that I lived in a participatory universe, that what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, grudges and judgments that I'm holding affects the entirety of the world, affects everything appearing within consciousness itself. I'm sorry. I did not know that. And since I didn't know, please forgive me. And now that I do know, thank you for this opportunity. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mustafa, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you, my friend. I gotta go. Sissy says, Eric, I took some Christmas cash and replaced my Angel Tarot deck. It should be here tomorrow. Awesome. 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 I can't wait. If you ever feel like coming up and pulling a card for us, Sissy, just let me know. My youngest sister's birthday is tomorrow, but the party is today. Happy birthday to your sister, today and tomorrow. All right, guys, I love you. It's a great day for a great day. Love you all. Thank you, Tom. Love you too, my friend. Thank you, Anna. Sissy said I had you guys in mind. Man, I can't wait, Sissy. I gotta admit, angels have been speaking to me a bit. Not in ways that we might, imagine, but they've been seeking in the edges of my consciousness, making their presence known. All right, I love y'all.